What's up, guys? Let me get this camera set up. Hey, Broken Tool. So, let me set the camera. I think I'll set it right here for a minute, and we'll see if that works. You get the old trusty iPad here. I got the camera sitting on the car. Let's see what we got. I have not really ever done a whole lot of live streams, but let's see if I can pull her up here on the iPad. There we go. Guess we can see. Oh my gosh! Let me turn this thing down. All right. Let me get my camera all set up here, boys. Sorry. I don't really have a good place to sit around here. I don't do a whole lot of sitting in the shop. And it doesn't look like the video quality is that good either. Hey, Jim, can you hear me okay? How about you, Broken Tool? Can you hear me all right? Is the video? Yeah, it's glitching. Let me move this. Let me move this camera over to a different location. Let's see if this is going to be better. Might get a better signal over here. I've always struggled with the internet out here at this in this metal building, and it's always been a struggle out here. But it's better than it used to be. That's why I'm trying the. That's why I'm trying the live stream. We'll see if this gets us good. I hope so. Hey, Nick. Hey, what has happened, Jason? Jason in the house, Real Fox Body Addicts. It's a little bit better now. Tell you what, we're gonna move one more time. I'll get closer over here to the window. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, I think that'll probably help, guys. Oh, look at here. Look at, man, I got a celebrity up in the house. Now, Caleb, so look here. I got to show you something. Caleb. What is this on the TV up here? What is going on out here in the shop? I am admiring that amazing work that Adam did for you. Look at you. You making love to that thing on TV. My man Caleb, I appreciate you coming by, man. I've been out here in the shop. Kind of got a little disappointed today. I had a big order coming in from LMR, and FedEx evidently decided to keep the package one more day instead of delivering it today like I thought I was going to get it. I had big plans for getting everything mocked up on the K-member today with the Coyote. Yeah, look at there. Caleb, I was looking back at my Recaro video, and I was like, boy, it looked like I was making love to those seats, man. I just kept rubbing them and petting them. And then I see you on your car, and I'm like, yep, I get it. My man Jason in the house, that's right. So hopefully, so is the video, I got my iPad going here so I can see y'all's comments. Seems like it's coming through pretty good now. Kind of got the phone over here by the window. So before, we always had, here at the house, we had DSL, and it was always terrible. Every time it rained, it would go in and out, and I finally got mad enough to where I went ahead and put myself on the waiting list for Starlink, which is the internet the Tesla or Elon Musk internet, and it's way better. The upstream. So before, guys, something that's going to help me out with the YouTube channel, I literally had to drive down the road with my phone, put the phone on the hotspot, and most cases would upload the videos down the road close to a cell tower because the internet here was so slow upstream. To upload a 10-minute video might take 4, 5, 7, 8 hours, something like that. You have to do it overnight, and then sometimes it wouldn't even work overnight. So I am able to upload videos 100 times faster here right from the house, which makes everything so much easier for me. So yeah. So hey, thanks, Jim. I will not move the camera now. You're right. So guys, I've been out here in the shop kind of working today, and I was kind of thinking about getting on here and doing a live with you guys and kind of let you know what's going on. I got some exciting stuff that is going to be happening on the channel. I might have to move the camera one more time just to show you guys something, because I'm really proud of somebody that's come on board that's going to be helping with the build. Also got some other exciting news. I've been blessed with some help from some key supporters like Stiflers. And Stiflers, I just hung their banner up up here in the shop today. I got to show that. So I'll move it back to where it was. But look at there, guys. So move that in there today. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get this build started. And probably one of the most exciting things for this build, and look, I mean, heck, I would say, especially since he's in the house, and I think he knows this, I started watching Caleb way back in the day, and that's when I was looking at potentially doing a Coyote swap, and that's before he even done his, and he was kind of researching it. And he always gave me kind of he gave me a little bit of inspiration to do it. But it's taken this many years for me to be able to have the financial ability to do it, because we all know that you can't really do a cheap Coyote swap. And budget is a real relative term. Anytime I hear somebody say, well, I want to do a budget build. Well, everybody's build should have a budget, and you should know what your budget is before you start. But your budget could be $30,000, or it could be $15,000, or whatever it might be for your build. So you do want to plan, and you do want a budget, but budget is a very subjective term, right? So I really wanted to do, if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it differently. I wanted it to fit my style and what I want to do, and what I use the car for is a cruiser. Look, heck, we drive it. We drive this car. Heck, I just drove it to the LMR cruise in. That was a dang near 8-hour drive for us. Well, 7 hours depending on traffic, 8 hours with traffic. I want air conditioner. I want power steering. I want all the creature comforts, but all of that stuff comes at a cost when you do a Coyote swap on a car. And I've learned so much. Caleb's been a big help. I've been able to call him and get some info from him, because I look towards the knowledge that he's gained over the years. Also Jeremy Dover, that guy's a bit of a savant with this stuff. So along the way, watching videos of other people do things, we're going to do something different on this Coyote swap, and I can't let the cat out of the bag yet, but you guys will see pretty soon. Planning on right at the first of the year, when I'll have everything here, this car will have a true first. There will be nobody that has this. It's going to be the test mule for a standalone ECM system that will be the very first one getting put on this car. I'm not going to let any details out about who makes it or any of that stuff yet, but I've been blessed enough to be able to partner with this company, and you guys are going to have to watch, because some exciting stuff is going to come along. And it's also for a lot of folks that, whether you're the guy that grabs a Coyote motor out of the junkyard with a stock harness that wants to be able to take this standalone ECU, you'll be able to do this and save yourself a lot of money. I don't have final pricing yet from the company, but I know it'll be probably at half or more than half than what your typical engine management will cost you to do a Coyote swap. Now, yeah, there's going to be some work involved with it. Things are going to be a little bit different, There's going to be a lot of stuff different than we're going to do on this car. For one, I'll have the stock pedal assembly. So, you know, if you want to do a Coyote swap and do it a little bit different, this is going to be done differently. I won't say the word budget, but it will be very cost conscious on my build. I've tracked every dollar I've spent. I've got most everything I need here to do the swap. I've kept track of every penny, and as we go along with the build, I'll share all that info with you guys, so you'll see if you know, it can be done in a way that is very reasonable from a cost standpoint. It's not cheap, but to be able to do a Coyote swap that has got power steering, has, you know, all the creature comforts that you want. It'd be just an NA Gen 2 stock motor, but heck, you know, if you think about a 400 horsepower to the rear wheels, you know, car, it's a lot of fun. That's a lot for these cars. If you're going to drag your car, yeah, maybe you want to do something different, but then you got to change everything else too. So just getting caught up on some of these comments. Got Fat Boy Fox done roll into the house, and Mike, we got Pimpovic there. He is always a huge supporter of all of the Fox Body community. You know, if you get on anybody's live, he's always on there. He goes to the shows. I met the guy several times. Heck, I talked to him way before I ever even started YouTube, and that's what it's about. It's the community that we're in. And look, I know there's some bad seeds out there in the community. Heck, I just seen one here real recently. But for the most part, we're all really supportive of each other. Everybody won't do things the way that we want them done, but that's the beauty of this community. But I can always see that we all support each other for the most part. And it's fun to interact with all of you guys when I get to these events, because that's what it's about. I've got to the point where, you know, I don't even want to set up my vendor booth at events, because then it prevents me from getting out there to hang out with you guys. So I just add extra help when we go to these shows so I can get out and hang out with you guys. I'll tell you, LMR Cruise In though, and Caleb will tell you, and I know you've seen it on his videos, that was my first time getting to attend the LMR Cruise In. And, you know, I'm not going to get on my soapbox about LMR, but LMR has always been a company that sets themselves apart from the rest of the pack when it comes to how they support the community. And it stems from the top down, and you really see it when you interact with the amount of employees that I got to interact with there at the LMR Cruise In, and see that the passion that they have, and that they're generally happy to go to work. That, you know, those folks look forward. I mean, I swear, if I lived in that area, I would be knocking on their door every day to see if I could go to work for LMR, because the kind of culture that they have there, it's different, guys. I don't know how you can describe it other than, I mean, they empower their frontline employees to make decisions that most companies don't allow their frontline employees to make. You know, I know Caleb has a tremendous relationship with LMR and Tyler and you know, Landon and Jude and all that team over there, and he can tell you guys too. You know, we don't want to run around here and you know banging the LMR drum, but you know, fresh off of that trip and how they treated me and how they treat everybody that's there. And I was talking to Landon, and I said, I don't even want to know how much it costs for LMR to put this event on. Think about a company that does that type of customer appreciation, the amount of money that costs them to do that. Now, of course, yeah, they're going to want a return on investment, as any company would. It's a marketing cost, but still, that's a huge dang event. And getting to get my car out on the track, and I still won't say on video how fast I went. Let's just say I went way faster than I was supposed to. If you guys seen that little clip, and I'll put out a video here soon of the whole track session. That was a lot of fun. Yep, free, exactly. Oh yeah, Caleb, I'm glad you mentioned that. When I went over to Jay and talked to Jay, the amount of t-shirts and goodie bags that they had was astounding. I don't know how many they had. I would assume it was thousands, because I didn't see anybody go without a shirt. I'm sure maybe they ran out. And they're not cheap shirts either. I know how much it costs to make shirts like that. They're very nice shirts, very well done. The screen print was awesome on them. And they gave all that stuff away, every bit of it. The only money you was going to spend there is if you wanted something to eat or drink from one of the food vendors. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you guys ever have an opportunity to get to the Texas Motor Speedway next year and go to the LMR Cruise In, it is well worth the time to go there and hang out with like-minded people and appreciate what LMR does for the community. Hey, barbecue. So yeah, I know you didn't get to go. I don't think you got to go Broken Tool this year, but hopefully you'll get to go next year. Ford Matt 77's in the house. What's happening, brother? Reaper Stang in the house. Heck yeah, guys. I'm going to be quiet but I'll tell you, LMR they set the bar very high for not just an automotive company, automotive parts company, but for any company that wants to know how to do business. Not just the way that they take care of their employees is proof in how they take care of their customers, which is something that is you don't see in a lot of companies. Profits is first. Of course, yeah, they got to make money. I mean, they got to pay the bills. They got, business is going to operate to be profitable, right? I don't sell the stuff that I sell not to be profitable, but you can tell that they probably put a lot of things over the profit margin when it comes to taking care of customers, taking care of employees. So anyway, so I'm done with the LMR thing, but yeah, I got their banners up in here too. So yeah, so Broken Tool said, yeah, I know you want, because I think I just seen on your video, but you had that Ram Charger part. Yeah, I knew you had said that you wanted to go, of course. But next year I'll be there again, and I'll drive the car down there again next year, and it'll be Coyote Swap by then. I'm hoping, the plan is to have this car finished by Ford Takeover. I would love to bring it to Ford Takeover, and that'd be the first show to go to with the car completely finished. That is my number one show every year. You guys know that about me. That is the one show I will not miss, is the show that in next year it's probably going to be the best it's ever been, with all of the improvements that's been done there at the track. It's got some new ownership. I know they made some improvements even to the track itself with drainage. You've got a big upper lot. I know you guys will be paying attention to that on Kayla's channel, but that's kind of one of those I cannot miss it kind of event, is to go to Ford Takeover. Been going for several years. What's up, my man? Andrew Hanlon, my brother from another mother. You know how much I love you, brother. Yep. So yeah, guys. So talking about the Coyote Swap, man. I mean, it's a straightforward as far as the normal stuff. Like, I'm doing a UPRK member. I'm going with some pipes, headers. They're actually over there in the box right over here behind me. I pretty much have collected everything. It's just a stock Gen 2 that Andrew Hanlon was actually able to source for me. Him and I were talking one weekend about transmission choices, and talking about doing a Coyote Swap potentially in the future. And he's like, hey, my buddy just had there was an accident, I guess, and somebody else was driving his buddy's car that lives right down the road from him, and the car got rear-ended. So we know that it's a mileage verified Gen 2 motor, and Andrew was nice enough to go pick it up for me in Pennsylvania, put it in the back of his truck, drove to Danny Adair's there, Neil Mustangs, put it in the back of his truck, and then met me at Detroit with it. And that's what I'm talking about, some good buddies there. Hey, Stupid Fast in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. So yeah, that was pretty cool to be able to get that. That was another great event. That was a really cool event to go to and be there on Ford grounds. So yeah, so straightforward Coyote Swap. We'll be doing a 3650 TR 3650 transmission in it. So everything I'm doing is really cost conscious. It'll be coilovers on the front. I'm going to go keep my orange conies on the front and on the rear. I mean, we are upgrading the interior. If you guys seen that video of the Recaro, man, those seats are really nice. I'm not really figuring that into the budget. That's kind of, I'm going to keep all that stuff separate. kind of like the Brembos. I didn't have to do the Brembos, but I come across a pretty good deal on them. A guy that was selling them on Marketplace, and I think I got those. Here, look at these things. Hang on, let me grab them. So they're used. They actually still got good pads in them. I know I won't be able to reuse this. These things are enormous. They're absolutely enormous. And I hope they fit, because it's not so much the diameter with the 18-inch that they don't fit. It's the width here. Once it gets over your rotor, will it hit the wheel here? So I am hoping not. I hope they fit on these BBSs. So what'd you pick up? You just got your new Vortec. So Pippic got his new Vortec head unit this week. Waiting on the engine wrap up. Heck yeah, man! Are you gonna bring it to Ford Takeover? I know you come every year. And I meant to forget. Sorry, I get sidetracked. So I picked these up. He had picked them up a while back because he has the old kit from, was it S&S Engineering or something, that has that kit that allows you, because you gotta press these bushings out and put the offset bushings in, and the different size bolts that will bolt up to your. I've got 94, 95 spindles that bolt up to it. So I've got that. So the kit and everything, I paid like $325 for these and the kit, and I think that kit's like, it's over $100 for the kit, which just has some back spacers and has the bushing, some bolts, and that's about it. So yeah, I got a pretty good deal on that, or I wasn't planning on doing that. I hope they fit, and I was planning on doing that today, but I may get to it tonight. Get the car on the lift and put it up there and do some test fitting to make sure they fit before I make them pretty. Yes, I do. Puzzle Fox, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. It was nice to also get to meet you in person in Detroit. Yeah, currently we have the like your 0304 style rotors on the front and rear and brakes on my car, so they do fine. But the amount of pad that you have on these Brembos for the front versus those is probably double in total surface area, and they just look really good. I mean they look really good. Anytime I see these on somebody's car, I'm always a little jelly when I see them and how well they look. I'm not doing nothing new here on those. I make there's tons of videos out of people putting these on their cars. I'll of course put one out, but a ton of people have done them. But everybody I've talked to that has them, they do make a tremendous stopping distance difference on your car. Yeah, I don't know. So Jason, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I got this 8. So, and that leads me into, I know a lot of you folks, so we're kind of waiting on some of the 86 content. And I'm still going to sprinkle some of that content in while I'm really working on the 91. And I did not plan on doing this Coyote swap yet. That was all kind of came about with the company that I met while I was at Foxtoberfest this year. With the ECM, it would really align really well with their product development and their plan to launch the product with the standalone ECM for this car. And it was really timely at the end of the day. So that made me go ahead and make an agreement with them to move my car up versus doing the 86 first. Now, I was really looking forward to getting started on the 86 because I thought it was going to be a fairly quick build. It's going to be a really cool build. I've got everything right here ready to do it. It's just going to be a really nice cruiser. I'm putting the SVE Series 3 wheels that were on this car. I'm going to have them powder coated a different color. It's going to be a little bit of a rowdy in a just stock block motor car, but the look is going to be really what's going to be different on it. And I've got some pretty cool, all that stuff's already bought. It's already right here. So I'm going to try to work on it and kind of sprinkle some of that content in with it. And I'm going to really try to commit to at least do one video, maybe 2 videos a week sometimes, but at least one video a week moving forward now that things have kind of settled down around here, and I got more time to do the video editing. That's kind of what gets me, is I can film and do some stuff, but then taking the time to get the video editing done, and then again, like I said in the beginning of the video, not having good internet, not being able to upload videos, and always be kind of the bottleneck in me doing videos was our internet speed here. Now that that's been overcome with the Starlink, I'm ready to get going, guys. I'm ready to bring you guys some fun content to watch. I'll continue to try to do the DIY stuff like I've always done, kind of help you guys, because I think I bring a different take on some things, because I'm a little bit OCD about stuff. Sometimes I can probably be a little too detailed, but sometimes that I'm the kind of guy that kind of stuff helps. So, Barbecue 50 said the 3 car shows he's planning on is Ford Takeover Course. Cool. Make sure you come by and talk to me. The Woodward Dream Cruise. I've always wanted to do that one. I would like to check that one out. So Pimp Vic says, I'd like to get wrapped up by June. And yes, you're gonna in line at Ford Takeover for 363. Need to complete the E85 fueling. Cool, man. Yes, I know it's not as warm up there as it is in Missouri. It's been a little bit. We've had some cold, but we've had a little snow north of us so far. My son lives in a town called Sedalia, and they just had some snow last weekend. I think it was around 35 here. Today it's probably like 40, 45 degrees outside. Been kind of rainy and dreary all day here. So yeah, so Jason again, so going back to the 86, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, because the car is getting 5-lug swapped. I currently have the stuff from actually the two-tone Cobra clone that I built for my buddy Nick. I have the stuff from it, which was the kind of the 5-lug Lincoln rotors and spindles and everything that were on that car, and they work pretty well. But man, they're heavy. That whole setup and the brakes and everything is really heavy, and I think it, with the way that's made, it may not work with the SVE wheels as good as I want them to when it comes to because offset's a little bit different when you put those on with those wide SVE wheels. So I'll have to kind of look at that. At the end of the day, I'd like to put just your like 94, 95 spindles, but man, those things are getting hard to find. If you can find them, people want a fortune for them. Hey, Reaper Stang, so you're in Olathe, Kansas. Yeah, I go up to Olathe all the time. I'm in that area all the time with work, which isn't real far from here. I usually actually stay when I'm working. I travel for work. When I'm working up that way, I usually stay in Olathe. No 4-letter S word here. Yeah. Oh yeah, puzzle. Yeah, that's right. I think I seen those. So Tom took care of getting those powder coated and all that for you. So I bet that's going to be pretty cool. Yep, I was just texting Tom earlier today about putting the Stifler's banner up in the shop, because they were nice enough to be partnering with the build on this, and they sent me the cross member for the 3650. And sent that banner to put up in the shop. So it's a blessing for them to come in and help out. LMR is helping out. Also got the company with the ECM deal is going to be helping out, and so definitely want to make sure I give them guys their due as we continue to put these videos out, because a lot of that kind of stuff between you guys watching and these guys helping with that kind of stuff allows us to be able to do these things as well. And I truly look at it as a blessing when they can come and bring those things. And also at the same time, when we do that, we want to make sure that they get the benefit of it as well by putting that stuff on video. And at the end of the day, send you guys to go see them. So guys, yeah, I wasn't going to stay on here real long tonight. I just wanted to be able to get out here, because I really normally, my upload speed before was so terrible. You just could not hardly do a true live stream before. So Beverly Q50 says, yeah, it sucks driving that stuff when it's falling down. All you can do 45. You are 80,000 pounds, yeah, buddy. Oh, the wife is texting saying, "Do I want some Zaxby's?" I think I'm gonna say yes. Say yes, ma'am. I want some. Yes, please. You know what I can get. So anyway, guys, so I'm gonna. Anybody got any questions or anything for the channel? Any stuff that's coming up? Are you guys looking forward to the Coyote content? I mean, look, it's not. I almost was like, well, do I even want to do Coyote content? I mean, it's been well played on the internet, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to document it, and hopefully bring that to the table a little bit differently on how I do things. And that's what the beautiful thing about YouTube is. I am going to document every dollar. We'll kind of summarize that at the end. And guys, I want to tell you, you're probably going to be pretty dang surprised at the end of the build of how much money I have in the build. And you know, anything that I got donated, we'll just put what the retail price was on it. You know, because like, heck, I had it. So I got a cool story. So I still haven't got to put this video out. So I had, I think his name was Eric. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I've got it on video. And I was at Midwest Fox Fest this year. We had kind of basically a show and shine at the Hooters up there in Omaha. And a guy, I guess, that's been following me for a little while, he's like, "Hey, come over here to the truck. I want to show you something." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go check it out." So he takes me over there to his truck, and he said, "Hey, I've decided to go a different direction on my build." He said, "Here's the complete pedal assembly and all of the man, I didn't even know how much it cost because I wasn't that far into planning my Coyote build at the time. It was all the stuff you need for Hydro Boost, the pump, everything, all your Hydro Boost, everything except for the master cylinder, pretty much everything you needed to do the Hydro Boost." I was like, holy smokes, that guy donated all of that stuff, and I didn't even know what to say. I knew it was expensive, but I had no clue how much all that stuff cost. So I'm going to make sure I really give him a big shout out on an upcoming video. I still got a lot of stuff to do, some editing, got a lot of other videos I'm going to try to sprinkle in through the week. But I don't know if you guys can hear, but it sounds like it's starting to rain again. This old metal building out here. So Puzzle Fox, you're doing the Brembo. Yes. If you're asking me, let's see here. Yes, I will give, my take on it. Yeah, broken tool. I'll give the true cost, and I'll put on there, I'll be totally transparent. If somebody gave me a discount or donated something, I'll put that on there, but I'm also going to put on there, like what you would expect to pay if you paid retail on all of the stuff that goes on the car. But I've ran the numbers already, and I know there's stuff that I'm not thinking about, but it's going to be miscellaneous stuff, but it's not going to be that much because I've pretty much got most everything covered, and the dollar amount is surprising considering how low it is. I think if you can get some buys at the right time, wait around, start collecting stuff, heck, for that Gen 2 that I got sitting back here, I was able to pick that up for $3,000. So that's not uncommon price, but it's a great price. You know what I mean? It's not like you can't find one for that price, but they're typically going to be a couple $1,000s more than that. So so I got a smoking deal on the Gen 2. That doesn't mean you can't get a smoking deal on a Gen 1 or whatever it might be, or a truck motor that you can put the cams in. So there's, if you take your time and you don't get in a big rush and you collect some stuff along the way, and you get deals when you can get them on all your big ticket items, you can do one at a very reasonable build price. I mean, heck, my buddy just picked up a really nice complete Gen 1 Coyote for less than $1,000. That's not a high mile motor. So heck, you see what Danny did in the old Mustangs. He went to a pick yard here just recently, and it's a truck motor. That's fine, and it was not a high mileage truck motor, but I think he picked up the 6R80 motor and everything for, I can't remember, but it was stupid cheap. So, so Reaper said he's got 2 sitting there waiting for both your foxes. That's pretty cool. Yes, score the Hydro Boost stuff. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can look. There's a lot of money that can be saved by going and picking stuff at the junkyard too. If you got some of the yards that are your pick yards, I got 2 real big ones here that I'll go check a lot of times, at least once a week. If I checked them daily, I probably wouldn't miss some of the stuff that they have coming in there. But if you check on your years of stuff that come in there, just like 94, 95 spindles, if you can keep an eye on, your SN95 cars coming in there, run to the junkyard and have your tools that you need to go knock them spindles off and set them things to the side, because those things are getting hard to find, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can get good deals. Just be patient. Wait on that right deal to come along. Transmission wise, yes, do I want to do a TKX from Andrew Hanley? I do. Do I have that much to spend right now in my budget? No, but it's probably something I will do in the future, and I'll probably pull the 3650 out there at some point and put the TKX, because actually the 3650 I'm putting in here is a good used, not rebuilt 3650 that I have $450 in. Zero Fox giving up in the house. So you've been looking far and wide for a 302, 351 for Fox and everything. Wanting $800 for a stock motor here in Kentucky. Yeah, they could get up there. Puzzle Fox said he picked up a Gen 1 truck engine, 80,000 miles, and a rebuilt T56 from a Cobra. Oh Lord! Now you got a smoking deal with that. I mean, the 3650 by itself is some serious money. Been sitting since before COVID. I'm glad you're getting after it, man. Get it done, man. Andrew, you're still in the house, brother. I know I got some stuff to get sent to you. Don't worry, I'll get that done this weekend. And I appreciate the call outs and all that stuff that you were doing today online. I appreciate that very much. Again, guys, I appreciate you guys. I mean, heck, being part of the community, being part of this with me. I am very thankful that you guys allow me to be a part of the Fox Fighting community. I know my content hasn't been real regular this year. This year's been it's been a whirlwind, not in a bad way. It's been a phenomenal year. I mean, good Lord, my grandbaby just turned 1 in October. We've had just so much success with our side business. My regular 8 to 5 job has kind of been a little rocky this year with company changes. We all see that happen from time to time. But now kind of things have settled down. I'm glad they've settled down. You guys will see the content coming from me a lot more regular. And because I've got plenty of it to do. Yes, I'm going to be honest with you. I probably got 5 videos sitting in there on the computer right now that I just hadn't had time to get edited, but I'm slow to getting those things out. So you might see some stuff coming from me that might be a little old, but it's still some good stuff that I've got on there that I want to share. We'll start getting on this. And the motor out of my 91 here, which is nothing wrong with it. Low mile motor. I've got my 95 OBS. I got an extended cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive, 95 OBS. It's red, of course. This motor is going to go in that truck. So we may even sprinkle still some OBS content. And you guys know how much of an OBS fan I am, along with the 86 content and the 91 content over these next few months. But right now, my priority is going to be, I really want to finish my car before Ford takeover. I don't see that being a problem, but you know how bills go and how life goes. I mean, you got to set goals, you got to set timelines, or if not, you'll never finish anything. So set yourself a timeline, set yourself a budget, and put a goal out there and stick to it if you can. If you can't, hey, reset the goal, reset the timeline, and then hit that number. So guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and it's been fun. It's been a while since I got to do a live stream, and I'm glad you guys hung out with me here in the shop, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll put out 1 or 2 videos next week, so come hang out and watch those, and do the whole thumbs up, subscribe, and share, and all that kind of stuff. And I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a good one. Alrighty, we got a whoop.